Hey, I'm Nurse Jasmine, and I need to tell you something that might completely change the way you think about salt and your blood pressure. For years, I believed the same thing you probably believe right now, that if my blood pressure was high, the fix was simple. Put down the salt shaker, stop adding salt to my food. Problem solved. I was wrong. And honestly, that misunderstanding kept me stuck for way longer than it should have. So if you've been staring at your salt shaker like it's the enemy, stick with me for the next few minutes because what I'm about to share genuinely surprised me when I first learned it. Let me take you back to a moment that really opened my eyes. I was at a follow-up appointment, feeling pretty proud of myself. I told my doctor I haven't added salt to a single meal in weeks. I was expecting a pat on the back. Instead, she asked me a question I wasn't ready for. She said, "Okay, but what have you been eating?" I listed off my usual, a sandwich from the deli for lunch, some canned soup on busy nights, a frozen meal here and there when I didn't have time to cook. Nothing crazy. Nothing that felt salty to me. And that's when she explained something that changed everything. Here's the truth. For most people, the salt shaker on your table is responsible for a tiny fraction of your daily sodium. The real source, the one nobody really talks about, is hiding in the foods we don't even think of as salty. Deli meats, canned soups, bread, salad dressings, frozen meals. Even things marketed as healthy, like certain granola bars or flavored yogurts, can be surprisingly loaded with sodium. I wasn't adding salt, but I was eating it all day long without realizing it. That's the part that nobody explains clearly enough. We're taught to fear the shaker, when the real culprit is usually sitting quietly in the ingredient label we never bothered to check. Now here's why this actually matters for your blood pressure. When you eat a lot of sodium, your body holds onto more water to balance it out. That extra fluid increases the volume of blood moving through your vessels, and that added pressure is exactly what shows up as a higher number on that cuff. So if you're avoiding the salt shaker but still eating processed and packaged foods regularly, you might be doing far less than you think to actually help your blood pressure. That was such a hard pill for me to swallow because I genuinely thought I was doing everything right. So what actually helps? A few things I started doing differently. First, I started reading labels. Not to obsess over every number, but just to notice. A lot of us have no idea how much sodium is in our everyday go-to meals until we actually look. Second, I started cooking more meals from real ingredients, not because packaged food is bad, but because cooking at home naturally gives you control over how much sodium ends up in your food. And third, this one surprised me, I started adding in more potassium-rich foods like leafy greens, bananas, and avocados. Potassium actually helps your body balance out sodium levels. It's not just about cutting something out, it's about adding the right things in too. So here's what I want you to walk away with today. It's not really about the salt shaker, it never really was. The real truth about salt and blood pressure is that it's hiding in places we don't think to look, and once you know where to look, you can actually start making changes that matter. If this was helpful, hit subscribe because I share simple, honest blood pressure tips like this every week, the kind of things I wish someone had told me sooner. And if you want a clear, simple starting point to actually put this into practice, I put together a free 7-day blood pressure reset plan. It's linked right below this video. It walks you through exactly what to do day by day, no guesswork required. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.